If you ask me to give you one advice, it would be, if possible, try to escape with like-minded people. And by that I mean like other aquascapers. There is so much synergy, so much inspiration that you can pull from, and you can improve yourself so dramatically, guys. It's just incredible. There's also a little giveaway for you, so make sure to stay till the very end of the video. What is up, guys? Jurijs here and welcome to today's video. I'm here at my good friend Fabian Beck, his private place. You might know him as Scapeling from Instagram. All the links down below. Super cool Instagram account, go check him out. So basically, I'm on a private trip here in Berlin. And yeah, I used the opportunity to meet with Fabian, and I'm checking out today his gallery, and we're going to escape one aquarium, so stay tuned. So guys, we're getting started here with the gallery tour. Over here, the first tank is a 60F. This is the shallow 60 centimeter aquarium. It's super cool to build this, I don't know, biotop style layouts where the driftwood is sticking out of the water surface and you have all kind of lush plants growing out. And if I check here, I see here some hydrocotyl and Hygrophila 53B. Anyhow, this is the first tank, and this is a home of a very fancy betta. Fabian is going to drain the water, and I'm going to help him to carry this tank in a different location, because this is where we're going to escape a new tank later in the video. The next scape is a classic 60P, 60 by 30 by 36, and yeah, I love this size. One of my favorite aquarium sizes, and actually this is the size I would recommend if you're just starting out with aquascaping. So we have some suey stone and spiderwood in here. We have some Hemianthus cuba, some Taxiphyllum moss, some really cool Anubias mini coin leaf, and we have a mix of grassy plants in the back. Everything is blended together super nicely, and it's just one of these NA style aquascapes that I can't get enough, you know. It's so simple and elegant, and I can enjoy watching it the whole day. We have some Gara fluvatara in here. We have some beautiful rainbow fish in here and some small tetras. I see some white pearl shrimps. By the way, this one is standing on a clear cabinet and is lit by the ONF Flat 1. Beautiful light, super simple to control. One downside, because of the curve, it always shines in your eyes. So that's definitely a design flaw over here. But other than that, it's a beautiful light, and yeah, making things look supernatural. Now let's check out this Nano gallery. Guys, as you know, I have had a Nano gallery of my own, and I'm actually right now in the process of building one. So every time I see a Nano gallery, I take a lot of inspiration from it for my own, and this one is pretty cool. First of all, the sideboard with this glossy finish, it reflects all the containers on it, and it kind of expands the view, which makes it super interesting. Focusing on the builds over here, we have 3 DOA containers. We have the shallow one over here. By the way, if you see the betta fish in there, this is just temporary for today, because the home of this betta is rescaped right now. So it's just literally in here for a couple hours, and then it goes back into his old home. The build is really cool. You have those branches. I don't know what kind of wood that is. I guess that's something locally collected. Actually, it even looks a little bit spooky. And you have this grassy plant in the back. So this is the Acorus plant, and we have some Monte Carlo Micranthemum tweedii, aka Monte Carlo, growing in between, and I think that's it, you know, just 2 plants. Next container over here is this tall DOA container. I think it's the 2020-40 or something like that, or 35. I was told this one has been just recently planted. Kind of sweet hardscape with this sand path in between, so you can say it's a dry start right now to allow the plants to root and settle a little bit before it's flooded. It's a cool looking jungle vibe, little nanoscape. Really curious to see how it's going to look when it's filled up with water and the plants in the background grow taller. And next over here we have the DOA glass pot Maro with the little jewel orchid inside, some hair grass. So the jewel orchid definitely is due for a little trimming and replant. This one is one of my personal highlights on this Nano shelf. As Fabian told me, this is a self-made, like DIY plate little container that he built himself inside, like ceramics, and yeah, it looks really cool. And this is like a Wabicusa ball. This is like, you know, more of a classic Wabicusa. You can take it out, put it on the palm of your hand, and enjoy it. We actually discussed, he has this Hakai stone, look-alike stone that he collected, I don't know, just somewhere on the beach, to put it inside and turn around the self-made bulb to have them two work here together. So at the very end over here, I'm gonna bring it for you to the front. Ooh, have to be careful not to drop it because this thing is super rare, guys. This is the original ADA glass pot Kaku. This tiny glass container is sold out everywhere. It's been part of the End ADA range, has been available for a super short time, has been sold out everywhere, and this is when the glass pot Maro has been introduced because of the success of the small container. And now I'm really trying hard to find one for sale. So if you have one and you don't need it and you want to make me happy, let me know. I'm very happy to give it a new home and make something for it. And yeah, over here in the back, come with me. You see over here, we have a little empty spot here. So something missing, something coming. I think he told me a custom-made tool stand is coming. If you want to find out, check Fabian his Instagram. And now up to the big tanks. So guys, this is probably, you know, what you've seen on the thumbnail. This aquarium is just amazing. Being here, seeing this, you know, massive tank in person is just mind-blowing. The depth, the complexity of the layout. We have a cosmetic sand foreground. I think he's using La Plata sand exclusively in almost all of his tanks. We have this path going all the way up. We have a lot of complexity going on with the Pinnatifida, Ricardia, Anubias, Bucephalandras, you know, all the way here in the hardscape in the foreground and midground. And as a contrast in the back, there is just the Micranthemum glomeratus, this very, very small stem plant, which creates a lot of depth. Also on the carpeting area in the foreground, you see some Marsilea hirsuta, as well as eventually Lilialopsis. And in the back there is Eleucharis hairgrass. So again, playing with the size of the foliage of the plants, creating more depth. And also the details, quite large rocks in the front, quite small rocks in the back. Everything together combined creates the sense of depth. You can clearly see Fabian has made use of every available centimeter. There is just very free space in the front. This is how you create the depth. Also the Raspora heteromorpha, I think. Just the color of this fish is amazing. By the way, everything is lit by the Skylight Hyperspot, and I cannot stress out enough how pleasant to the eye this light is. Guys, I'm sitting here, I'm looking straight into the spots, and I don't feel like the light is, there's like glare or it's, you know, too bright in my eyes. So that's super cool if you have a tank like this next to your dining table, next to your sofa, and you're looking from a more lower position. Yeah, that's a really nice aquarium, and I feel a little bit connected because I helped to achieve the final shot. Eventually it is going to be submitted in a contest that requires unpublished works. So enough of this tank, let's check out the final one, because it's already pretty late and we still have one tank to scape. So here is the last one. I think it's a 90F. It must be something like 90 by 40 by 23 actually. So this shallow tank features 3 different species of Helantium. We have the Helantium broadleaf, we have the Helantium tenellum red, and we have the Helantium bolivianum. We have a beautiful Lobelia cardinalis mini. Guys, this plant is just such a beautiful plant. Distinct purple underside of the leaves, nice round shaped foliage, and if you're lucky it starts flowering with beautiful red plant flowers. It's a lovely one. I love those shallow tanks. What do we have livestock wise? We have again some rainbow fish, some Corydorus habrosus, and some really cool dwarf cichlids. We have red sakura shrimp. We have some really cool suckerfish from Borneo. This looks like a river stream biotope with those pebbles, the cosmetics and foreground, just grassy plants. The last beautiful display tank in this home gallery, and we have a tank to scape. Hopefully you stayed around this long, because there's also a little giveaway for you, so make sure to stay till the very end of the video. So we played around a little bit with the hardscape. As you have seen, the first attempt was a complete fail. Tried like a, I don't know, Iwagumi. We ended up with a big clump of rocks that, I don't know, looked like something from close, but then when I walked away, it wasn't any good. then we took everything out and we tried something completely different. Long story short, fast forward, this is what we came up in our first attempt. And just remember this. Okay guys, here we have the second candidate. So the first one was very dominant and was hardscape heavy. So basically you add just a little bit of plants. You don't want to add too much plants to cover up the hardscape, but the hardscape makes the layout. This one, however, the plants are going to make the layout, so keep that in mind. So now it's up to you. Drop a comment down below which of both hardscapes you prefer the most and you think we should execute. From the sponsor of today's video, which is Nano Plants, they kindly provided all the plants for today's layout. We have a fancy towel for all your aquarium needs, and I'm gonna pick a lucky winner, but it has to be the layout that we're going to execute on. So comment below if you think it's gonna be A with wood or B if it's gonna be rocks only, okay?